Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll dive into the fascinating world of agriculture, right in the heart of America. We're starting our journey by taking a deep dive into the agricultural world of the nation's agricultural powerhouses, the soybean industry. The soybean industry in the United States is considered the backbone of the nation's agricultural industry, contributing significantly to both domestic and global markets. With versatile applications and widespread cultivation, soybeans play an important role in many different sectors, including food production, animal feed, biofuels, and industrial production. During soybean planting, which typically occurs in late spring across the United States, farmers embark on the important process of planting soybean seeds in their fields. This period marks the beginning of the annual soybean production cycle, with more than 75 million acres dedicated to soybean cultivation each year. Among the top soybean-producing states, Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota and Indiana stand out, boasting vast tracts of fertile soil and favorable growing conditions. Starting with Illinois, often dubbed the Corn Belt, the state boasts acres of fertile soil and a temperate climate ideal for growing soybeans. With its central location and developed transportation infrastructure, Illinois ranks as one of the top soybean producers in the nation, with extensive soybean growing areas spanning over 10 million acres. The state consistently ranks as one of the top soybean producers in the nation, with annual production exceeding 500 million bushels. Illinois' favorable climate, fertile soil, and advanced agricultural practices contribute to high soybean yields. Moving west to Iowa, soybean production flourished in the rich prairie lands and temperate climate of the Hawkeye State. Iowa boasts extensive soybean acreage, with more than 9 million acres dedicated to soybean production statewide. Farmers in Iowa apply sustainable farming practices and precision agriculture techniques to optimize yields and minimize environmental impact. Iowa is a key soybean producer, typically producing more than 500 million bushels of soybeans annually. In addition, state agricultural support policies and market access facilitate the growth and success of the soybean industry. In Minnesota, soybean farming thrives in the state's diverse agricultural landscape, with Minnesota soybean area exceeding 7 million acres, including both fertile plains and forested areas. Even though the growing season is shorter than other Midwest states, Minnesota consistently produces more than 300 million bushels of soybeans annually. The state's farmers take advantage of improved seed varieties and agronomic practices suited to the state's unique soil and climate conditions. Furthermore, Minnesota's strong research and extension network provides farmers with valuable resources and expertise to enhance soybean yields. Finally, Indiana makes the list of top soybean-producing states in the Midwest, with Indiana soybean area exceeding 5 million acres. Located in the eastern Corn Belt, Indiana benefits from a favorable climate, abundant rainfall, and fertile soil favorable to soybean growing. Indiana consistently produces more than 300 million bushels of soybeans each year. The state's farmers use advanced technologies, such as precision agriculture and biotechnology, to optimize yields and improve crop resilience. Additionally, Indiana's strategic location and access to transportation networks facilitate the efficient distribution of soybeans to domestic and international markets. The process of preparing to plant and harvest soybeans in the United States involves a series of carefully planned steps from soil preparation to seed selection to post-harvest activities. Farmers start by assessing soil conditions and preparing their fields for planting. This may involve tilling, ploughing, or shoveling to break up soil compaction and create a suitable seed bed. Conduct soil testing to determine nutrient levels and pH, allowing farmers to fertilize and amend the soil as needed to optimize crop growth. Horticultural equipment, such as seed drills or planters, is inspected, calibrated, and prepared for use. This ensures precise seed placement and spacing, essential for optimal crop growing. GPS technology can be used to guide planting equipment and ensure accurate row spacing and alignment throughout the field. Soybeans are typically planted in late spring, when soil temperatures have warmed enough for the plants to germinate and develop early. Seeds are planted at a consistent depth, usually 1 to 1.5 inches deep, to ensure adequate contact and germination with the soil. Row spacing can vary depending on equipment and management method, but is typically 15 to 30 inches apart. Throughout the growing season, they use a variety of techniques to promote healthy plant growth, such as fertilization, herbicides, and pesticides. Additionally, advances in precision agriculture, including GPS navigation devices and drone technology, have revolutionized crop management methods, allowing farmers to optimize yields while simultaneously minimize impact on the environment. Soybeans are typically harvested in late summer to early fall, when the pods have matured and the seeds have reached optimal moisture for storage. Before harvest, farmers evaluate soybean fields to determine maturity and readiness for harvest. This involves checking the color of the pods, the moisture of the seeds, and the overall health of the plant. Combines equipped with soybean plugs are used to harvest mature soybean plants. These plugs are designed to efficiently cut and collect standing soybean plants while minimizing losses. As the combine moves through the field, soybean plants are fed into the machine, where the pods are threshed to separate the seeds from the straw and pods. The seed is then transferred into the combine's grain bin, while the remaining plant material, straw and hulls, is pushed out the back of the machine. Harvested soybeans are transported from the field to on-farm storage facilities or directly to the grain elevator for further processing. At the grain sorter, soybeans may undergo cleaning, drying and conditioning to remove impurities and reduce moisture to achieve optimal storage conditions. Soybeans are typically stored in large bins or silos where they are protected from moisture, pests, and environmental factors that can affect seed quality. Overall, the soybean harvesting process in the United States is a complex and coordinated effort that requires careful planning, precision equipment, and skilled labor to ensure successful harvesting of the crop. By adopting best practices and leveraging technological advances, farmers can optimize soybean yields, minimize losses, and contribute to the sustainability of soybean production in the United States. The soybean industry in the United States makes a significant contribution to the national economy, with far-reaching impacts across many sectors and economic indicators. The soybean industry generates billions of dollars annually in farm gate value, which represents the total value of soybeans produced at the farm level before processing and distribution. In addition to on-farm value, the soybean industry also contributes to the broader economy through processing, distribution, and retail activities. This includes value-added activities involved in converting raw soybeans into various products for consumption and industrial use. The overall economic impact of the soybean industry encompasses the entire value chain, from farm to market. and is an important driver of economic growth and development. The soybean industry provides employment opportunities for thousands of individuals involved in planting, growing, and harvesting activities. These jobs include farm laborers, equipment operators, agronomists, and farm managers who are involved in planting, cultivating, and harvesting soybeans across the country. The United States is the world leader in soybean production and export. Every year, the company ships millions of tons of soybeans to various countries around the world. The main importers include China, followed by countries in Southeast Asia, such as Japan, Indonesia, and Vietnam. The U.S. exports more than 30 million tons of soybeans annually, with China typically accounting for about 2/3 of these exports. Although a net exporter of soybeans, the United States imports minimal quantities of soybeans, primarily for specialty or niche markets. The country's ability to be self-sufficient in soybean production ensures a favorable trade balance and reduces dependence on foreign sources for this essential commodity. Looking ahead, the future of soybean production in the United States holds both challenges and opportunities. Despite facing uncertainties such as fluctuating commodity prices, trade tensions, and environmental concerns, the soybean industry remains resilient and adaptive. Advances in agricultural technology, including precision farming, biotechnology, and digital agriculture, offer promising paths to improving productivity, sustainability, and profitability in production. Furthermore, expanding global demand for soybeans and soy-based products provides opportunities for U.S. farmers to take advantage of new markets and value-added opportunities. By leveraging innovation, sustainability, and market diversification, the soybean industry is well-positioned to overcome future challenges and continue to contribute to economic prosperity and food security of the United States and more. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of soybean production. How do you feel about the process of growing and harvesting soybeans? Let us know what you think in the video's comments section. Goodbye, and see you again in the next video. Hey everyone, welcome back to our process vlog. Today, we're delving into the fascinating world of corn farming, exploring everything from planting to harvest and beyond. Let's get started. Known scientifically as Zea maize, is one of the most important cereal crops globally, with its production and consumption deeply ingrained in the agricultural and economic fabric of the United States. Before planting begins, farmers carefully prepare the soil to create optimal conditions for corn growth. This typically involves tilling the land to break up compacted soil and incorporate organic matter. It's the foundation of every successful corn crop, and it all starts here, with the careful preparation of the planting area and the precise sowing of seeds. Corn grows best in well-drained, fertile soil with a pH between 6.0 and 7.0. Before planting, plow or till the soil to a depth of 6 to 8 inches to break up any compacted soil and remove weeds. Bags of corn seeds into planters attached to the tractor. With precision, the seeds are planted along the row, falling neatly into the freshly tilled soil. Did you know? In the United States, corn is planted on an average of 90 million acres each year, making it one of the most widely grown crops in the country. Throughout the growing season, farmers employ a range of yield parameters to assess the health and progress of the corn crop. These parameters serve as indicators of plant vigor, yield potential, and overall crop performance. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, the harvest. It's a time of excitement and anticipation as farmers work tirelessly to bring in the bounty of their labor. During the harvest season, which typically runs from September to November, farmers across the United States work long hours to bring in the corn crop. On average, a single acre of corn yields around 160 bushels of corn. Due to hot weather during the day, corn harvesting in some states will be done at night. Modern agriculture relies heavily on mechanized equipment to streamline the harvest process and maximize efficiency. The primary tool employed for corn harvest is the combine harvester, a sophisticated machine capable of cutting, threshing, and cleaning corn kernels in a single pass. Harvesting is the culmination of the corn growing season and represents the final stage in the crop production cycle. Modern corn harvesting is typically mechanized and involves the use of specialized equipment known as combine harvesters. These machines are equipped with cutting heads that gather the standing corn plants and separate the grain from the stalks and husks. The harvested grain is then conveyed into a hopper or grain tank for temporary storage before being unloaded into trucks or grain bins for transport to storage facilities or processing plants. Corn's versatility extends beyond the agricultural sector, with its kernels finding their way into a myriad of products consumed by people and animals alike. Corn is a ubiquitous ingredient in the American diet, appearing in a wide range of products such as breakfast cereals, snack foods, and sweeteners. Corn-derived ingredients such as high-fructose corn syrup, HFCS, and corn starch are essential components of many processed foods. Corn is the main ingredient in cereals often used to supplement cows' diets, providing energy and protein. In the United States, about 40% of the corn crop is used to produce ethanol, a renewable fuel additive that reduces greenhouse gas emissions. Additionally, about 36% of the corn crop is used as animal feed, supporting the country's vibrant livestock industry. While it can reduce greenhouse gas emissions compared to gasoline, there are concerns about land use change, water usage, and potential impacts on food prices. Ongoing research and development efforts in the corn ethanol industry focus on improving the efficiency of production processes, reducing environmental impacts, and exploring advanced biofuel technologies. Well, that's a wrap for today's process vlog. I hope you enjoyed our deep dive into the world of corn farming. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more agricultural adventures. Until next time, happy farming.